We did not come to Canada to take, we came here to contribute. And there is that misconception about immigrants and refugees. People think people are arriving here relying on taxpayers' money to live every single day. While the fact is, they start their lives and become contributive, and that's what my family wanted. We just wanted to build our own life, our own dream, but at the same time, not forgetting that we have a moral responsibility to give back to the country that opened the doors for us. My name is Tareq Hadhad, and this is my bags to riches story. I was born and raised in Damascus, Syria. The chocolate company that my parents started in Syria became the second largest chocolate manufacturing facility in the entire region. The secret sauce in making the product has always been happiness. When the Arab Spring started, I was 18 years old. And late in 2011, the war broke all across the country. In 2012, the war reached Damascus. Soldiers were on the streets, tanks were bombing all the neighborhood, helicopters were just hovering around our building. By the end of 2012, I've lost many family members. We have lost our house that was burned and was bombed by a tank. We lost our factory. The facility was bombed by an airstrike. And then I told my family, it is not time to do business. It is time to survive. It's time to leave. We left the country with clothes on our back. And then we went to Lebanon. At that time, we became refugees for over 2.5 years, living as refugees without basics of rights, losing our identity as Syrians. It was one of the hardest experiences of our lifetime. I remember telling my family that we got accepted to travel to Canada in the winter of 2015. We are going to a place that's gonna give us the dignity back, that's gonna respect our humanity, that we can rebuild ourselves and our kids and grandkids in the future. When that plane touched the ground in Toronto, everyone was crying their hearts out. They gave me these heavy boots and clothing, and then they told me I'm not staying in Toronto. I'm flying to Nova Scotia, which I had absolutely no idea where it was on the map.
And we were there and we had signs and we had Arabic translators, and down he came, and of course this huge smile, and everybody was just so thrilled to see him.
And meeting the warm-hearted Canadians, carrying flowers and signs and saying, "Welcome to Canada, Tareq."
It was very emotional.
I never realized that there could be human beings who care so much about us. If there is simple advice that I would give to any newcomers is make sure that you do not build so much expectation ahead of the time that you arrive here. Immigration is not an easy journey. Arriving in a new place like Canada is not easy, and you have to learn a lot of life-saving skills really to survive. Prepare yourself for some cold days, prepare yourself for a cultural shock, prepare yourself to ask yourself hard questions. What are you doing here? How are you going to learn the language? But at the same time, make sure that you do not lose hope, because nothing actually is perfect. If you do not find your opportunity, go create it. The plan that we had in Canada was we want to start a family business and to give back in any way we can. We started making chocolate in the home kitchen. We went to a community potluck. We brought the chocolates and they were all gone within a few minutes. So we started selling chocolate at local farmers markets, the Antigonish Winters Market. We signed up for a network of events around Antigonish, and then it was a huge success.
Alberta has declared a provincial state of emergency.
When there were wildfires in Fort McMurray in Alberta, we were seeing Canadians who were leaving everything behind. We were watching the news and feeling upset because we remembered our days of losing everything. We launched a campaign to donate all of our profits to relief efforts to help Canadians who were evacuated from those wildfires.
Just 8 months after arriving in Canada, the family realized their dream and opened a small chocolate factory in their new hometown.
In September of 2016, we got a shout out by the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. who went to the United Nations, and he was speaking about our story to the leaders of the world as an example of how kindness begets kindness, how the leadership of our community of Antigonish and the leadership of Canadians who helped us resettle here has led us to the success of starting a business. Peace by Chocolate became a phenomenon after that. And it was not a brand, it was a cause. It was a cause that brought people together. Peace by Chocolate has grown from a company that started in a home kitchen to a big factory. Now Peace by Chocolate is one of the largest employers in the town of Antigonish, one actually of the fastest growing chocolate companies in the country. We ship chocolate to a list of national distributors and the retailers, and shipping chocolate not only in Canada but around the world. And we sent our chocolate outside of this world to the International Space Station. Everyone in Antigonish believed in us as newcomers. They have stepped in since the first day. Plumbers, electricians, business counselors, everyone who could help came and built our first chocolate kitchen outside of our house. This was extraordinary. You do not find that kindness around the world. We are so proud of all the community members who stepped in to help not only our family, but over 150 Syrians who live now in Antigonish and call it home. We brought our values of giving back from our faith as Muslims. We are so proud. Zakat and Sadaqah in Islam are one of the main pillars. What matters to us is not the ROI, the return on investment. We care about the ROK, the return on kindness, contributing to the partnerships and the causes that we care for right now, from mental health with the Canadian Mental Health Association to support Indigenous communities across Canada, to support refugees who are arriving here, as well homeless youth in cities like Halifax.
Peace by Chocolate is booming, and at a ceremony later today, Tareq Hadhad will become a Canadian citizen.
On January 15, 2021, I became a Canadian citizen. Now, I have a big Canadian family of 38 million, and it was absolutely a very heartwarming moment for me, just sitting there and swearing that I would be a faithful Canadian citizen, acting as an ambassador to this country. And I am proudly now talking about Canada and the values that we have in this country to every place I go to.
What he has done for the family, I mean, without him, I don't think we'd be where we're at today.
He's my soulmate. Tareq is everything for me.
What's so compelling, I think, about their story is that they're making chocolate. That's good. But they're making chocolate in a way that speaks to the larger world about the need for peace, about the need for justice.
شعور واحد إنه ممكن إنه يلاقي الأمل هون، يعني نحن أول ما جينا ونحن يعني فخورين بهالشيء هذا اللي عم يعمله طارق واللي عم يعمله العائلة كلياتها.
Starting over can be bittersweet. It's not something that anyone can go through easily. What matters is finding that sense of a family around you. In times of test, family is best. My dad and everyone in the family has been absolutely proud of the achievement. We believe that when our family are all together, we will have an absolute magic of a life. I truly believe anyone around the world should try to live in Canada even once in their lives, to really understand that this country is about, it's about peace, and it's about making sure that everyone has an absolute equal opportunity to success.